Hello, everybody. This is Mahina. Welcome to the ImaginAdventures Podcast. I'm very happy to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so this week, I want to talk to the inner writer in you. So, I personally believe that we all have a story to share with others. There's a very specific reason, very special reason why we are all unique, why we're all born, all the same, all human, but all different, why we all have experienced different things in life. We go through different situations that shape us, and we become different people. So we all have some kind of a wisdom and a journey to share with others. And I also believe in the power of sharing the story that is within us with others in the way that it will help at least one person, probably many people in the world that we live in when you do so. So if, I don't know, but think about it. Have you been called? Have you felt called? Or have you always been wanting to write a book about your journey, about your expertise, about something that you went through, about a transformation that you experienced, about a spiritual awakening that you had, about travels that you enjoyed, and people that you met throughout your life, about your childhood. So there are so many topics that one can write about, but what is it that you have felt compelled and called to write about? If it's something that is resonating with you, then stay tuned, and I will be talking about this today. So for those of you who don't know that yet, I am not just a quantum manifestation coach, but I'm also a writing, mindset, and self-publishing coach. So I'm an author. I have self-published 10 books in total so far. And how it all started is when I managed to write and publish 9 books in just 7 months. So you wonder if it's possible. It is possible, but it was hours and hours. I was only doing that full time, and it was hours and hours spent on researching the right way of doing the whole process. And that's how I was able to come with a 12-step, step-by-step process that really helps people write and publish their books. And the guarantee that I make that I can offer to my clients is that we can do that within just 90 days. I even wrote a book that I just released in December called Write and Publish Your First Book in 90 Days. So if there's something that resonates with you that you want to know more about, you can definitely check my book out and send me a message. Let me know that you're interested. I'm always happy to have a 1-hour free call with anybody who has some specific or general questions about that process. But what I want to talk to you about today is how do you know that this is for you? How do you know that you should write and publish your book? And is it really easy for you? Can you do it? Can anybody do it? Yes, I think everyone can write and publish a book with the right guidance and the right tools. And I think that everyone should. I did believe that not everyone might want to, but I do believe that everyone has something valuable to share and to write about. So you don't necessarily need to be a born writer to write a good book. This is where I usually come in and I recommend clients on what they should be doing. However, if you are also if you know that you can write and you love to write, then this is also something that I can help you with, and we go through the process of how you can finish that draft of yours, edit it in a way that it looks amazing, and self-publish. So for everyone, I work with all types of clients, usually consultant coaches, people who have their own businesses, who have an expertise and a journey and a transformation that they want to share with their own clients. And it has been very beneficial for them because it is one way that your clients are going to relate to you And it is another way that everybody knows that you may be an expert in some areas, but in the end, you also are somebody just like them. You have gone through a very powerful change or transformational moment in your life, and maybe it is their time now, and that's why they would contact you after reading your book. So writing and publishing your book is a really good way to definitely stand out from the crowd or in your niche, to become a leading expert or leader in your niche, and just to boost credibility, because when you've written a book, you've put yourself out there. You've written something under your name that basically is your story. And, on Amazon, for example, people leave honest reviews. Amazon has a very strict process. So most reviews, some people manage to get around that, but the main part of Amazon is it's really strict. You can be banned for getting fake reviews. So, as an author, it's very important to get real reviews, and to get reviews that actually are good. And this will boost credibility instantly. It doesn't even matter if you write a fiction book or a book about your business or about what you teach or what you prone or what you like. It will definitely instantly make people not believe you more, but trust you more. Trust is a very important component. And today, in social media's age, anybody can write a free ebook, but not everybody will take the time and the effort and energy to write a full book. And also, there's an element of that feeling of getting a paperback in your hand. It is something tangible. And I'm speaking to not just the readers here, but to you writers and authors and future authors. The feeling of fulfillment throughout the journey of writing your own book is incredible. And the feeling of fulfillment when you publish it, when you hit that button, publish, and then when you order and you receive your author's copies and you can actually hold your own book in your hand, is something that I find it hard to put into words. It is mind-blowing. It is amazing. It is phenomenal. It is something that I personally live for and I thrive on. That feeling is amazing. It boosts your self-confidence. It makes you feel absolutely happy. Whenever my eyes fall upon my book, I feel really proud. It doesn't really matter who reads it or whatever. I know that my book are always going to reach the right readers. And it's just really nice to know that you have a book out there and it's part of your legacy. It's part of something that's always going to be there even after you're gone. And it's something that, who knows, it will change people's lives now, or it might change people's lives in 10, 20, 30 years' time. You don't know that. And it's just amazing to know that you've made a difference in your own way. No matter what it is that you write about. Again, it doesn't have to be an inspirational book. It can be, but it doesn't have to be a self-development book to make a difference in people's lives. Personally, I've written a whole bunch of different genres because I was still finding my writer's voice, and I have found it in writing my book called Manifesting, and also in writing the book Write and Publish Your Book in 90 Days. And in my book Wild Adventures. I think I'm more a non-fiction writer, but I had a book that I started 10 years ago, which was a young adult fiction book called Iselle the Black Panther. And it took me 10 years to finish that manuscript. But once I launched myself as an author and made the decision to publish these books, I knew that I had to finish that one as well. And even though it was a big challenge and it was something quite hard for me to do, it was absolutely amazing. And this is my baby. I mean, all of my books are my babies, and they're going to be yours. It's just like a project that you're working on that's coming to life, and you can hold it in your hand. It's a very tangible way of achieving something that you will never regret in your life, that you will find very satisfying, and that is going to just, you're going to be so proud of yourself, and people around you are going to be really proud of you too. So this is really important to consider, because if you think that maybe you don't have the time, So these are the main objections that I have. I don't have the time. We all have time. Time is something that is very, it's very perceptive. We perceive time in a very different way, and depending on who we are, and depending on how we are, and depending on the context and on what we do as well. Time is something that we can, it's malleable. We can play around with time, and you will always find the time to do the things that you really want to do and that you love. Always. And this actually should be your main focus in life, not just in writing, but in life. Always find time for what makes you feel good, for what you love, and for what you want to achieve, for your goals. We have one life, make the most of it. So definitely. So time, we can work around that. You will have the time. The skills. Maybe you feel that you are not a writer, or you don't know how to write. You have the ideas. You have so many ideas, but you don't know how to write. Then don't worry. There are ways. First of all, as part of my program, for example, I offer free proofreading, and I'm there along every step of the way. So I can definitely help you put in place a book, a real actual book. I have 15 years experience in the writing industry. I've worked as a journalist for 12 years. So this is not a problem. However, I can see how it would stop you from moving forward. But it shouldn't. Just trust the process and jump on a call with me, and we can talk about that. Because as long as you have the ideas, you're not going to have any problem putting a book into existence, like bringing it into existence. And we can work on that together. Now, if you know how to write, well, it's very likely that if you are a writer, if you love to write, then you will probably already have many ideas. But maybe you have too many ideas and you don't know which one to choose. And again, this is somewhere where I can help. I would definitely be keen to help you with one book, maybe more, but take you through the whole process. And in the end, once you know how to self-publish, you'll find that it's actually a lot of fun as a process, and I always make sure that we have fun throughout the whole process with my clients, and that it's something that it's great, because once you know how to publish your first book, once you've actually achieved that goal, maybe like me, you'll find that it's quite addictive, and if you have many ideas, you will just carry on and you will publish one book after another. And if you have 10 books within 2 or 5 years, then that's wonderful. So don't let that put you off. You have many ideas and you feel that this has prevented you from actively finishing your books, then don't worry. With me, you will be able to finish at least one book and definitely have a good plan on how to go about completing each and every one of these books and get all of your ideas out there. Don't forget, people are going to benefit from these ideas. If you have them, they come from source. They're not there just to come and not be expressed. They're begging to be expressed. So this is another objection that people have. Another one, obviously, will be the financial side of things. So first of all, to self-publish costs nothing. It literally costs you nothing, especially if you use KDP or Amazon's platform. You can use many different platforms, but they're usually all free. The self-publishing is actually free. It is, however, just complicated. And what is beneficial when you have a coach is that I or anybody else that you choose to work with can take you through a proven process where I can actually achieve results in a certain amount of time. So with me, you will be able to learn all that and to go through the whole writing process and editing of your book, proofreading of your book, designing of your book, publishing and marketing of your book within just 90 days. So it is a promise that I make to my clients because I know that I can live up to their expectation in that sense. But obviously, yes, I've done it alone. So, I had a coach when I was writing. It was a friend of mine who was very present and absolutely amazing and supporting me. It's also why I felt so called to become a coach, because I feel that the help that I've received in my life, this is the kind of help that I also want to give and share with others. I personally have coaches. I'm working with them. I have a mentor as well, and I just think it's such a privilege to work with such people. So I'm very, it's a privilege to work with clients as well, because the impact that we can have on someone's life, be it as a coach or as doing what you're doing and writing the book you're going to be writing, is incredible. So don't ever underestimate that yourself. I always say as well, don't underestimate the power of a good book. And obviously your book is going to be wonderful. So yes, so that, for the financial side of things, this part is free. You can self-publish on your own. And obviously the one thing that it will cost you, if you do it alone, will be time and research and effort. Doing it with a coach means that you will spend more money, but again, money is energy, so you can choose to spend that same energy researching things, or spending it on someone who can help you. It's absolutely up to you the way you spend that energy. The beautiful thing about money anyway is that as energy, it is supposed to move around, it is supposed to circulate. And personally, and I'm sure a lot of coaches do, and all the people you work with, most people have a very flexible payment plan. So, this is not even something you should be too worried about. It's something that ideally you won't even notice. The money part of things is not even going to be in the picture once you are so excited about writing your book and you are making a commitment and a decision to write your book. Money is a really good incentive, by the way, to get you to achieve a dream and a goal, because you will be committed to that. Money is energy, but if you say to yourself, okay, I'm spending 5 hours on my own doing research every day on my book, on how to publish my book, how to write my book, 5 hours a day. I'm going to spend that time on my own and I'm going to make my dream happen. This is what I did. I didn't spend 5 hours, I spent more than that. But I was so committed to my goal that I made it happen. But it was taking time and energy and effort, and also I had coaches. So, however, you can choose. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever time with a coach, and I'm going to spend that much money. And and I know that that person will support me, and together we're going to make my dream happen no matter what. And this is really powerful, because you know that somebody's got your back, somebody's going to support you, and obviously I am going to support you throughout the entire process. You're never going to be alone. I'm not going to let you down, and we're going to achieve that goal together. And again, like I said, writing a book, achieving such a goal, manifesting your ideal life, obviously, or one dream after another, is something that I love doing. I actually have fun doing that. And it's one of my goals in life, to just do that one after another and just see where it leads. But when you actually do that, when you write and publish your first book or your second book, you have, again, that sense of fulfillment, that sense of achievement that you only got when you got top marks in school. And that was even temporary, because you would get that piece of paper with the top mark and you would feel happy about it for a day. When you get a promotion at work, okay, you feel good. You feel great that day. Maybe there's even a party for you. You feel great for a week. And maybe after a month, you feel good, but you know that you're going to look forward to the next promotion. So you kind of take it for granted. Maybe this is just my opinion, but sometimes this is how people feel. But when you write and publish your book, you always have new people who are going to buy your book. You always have new interest in your book. Obviously, we work on a marketing strategy together, but you always have new interest in your book, because somebody may read your book 5 years later after you've published it, but for them it's still new. You know what I mean? And it is the same thing for people who read The Lord of the Ring now. A 17-year-old kid is going to read The Lord of the Ring now. He doesn't care that it was published many years ago. For him, it might change his life. Just saying. So, books like that, are going to impact on people's lives in ways that you can't even begin to imagine, and all the time. It's a timeless it's a timeless thing. A book. It's beautiful, and today obviously it is very important and nice to have it both in a paperback and Kindle format, and I always make sure that we get both out. So in a way, it is a legacy. It's going to be published on paper, and then it's also there online. Everything's online today. So this is a podcast that I hope inspires you, no matter what it is you decide to do, to not give up, to follow your heart, to know that if you feel you have a story, you want to share something, you want to have a book out, you really feel like it's something you've been wanting to do for years, and that's something that you're meant to be doing, then the answer is yes, you are meant to be doing that. So don't let anything hold you back, be it time, energy, money, whatever it is for you. It is possible, it is achievable, and you can do it. You can definitely wait longer, or you can begin now. Whatever it is, just make sure that you follow your heart. And if you have any question, I'm here. Links are in the description. So if you want to send me a message or book a free 1-hour call with me to discuss any idea that you may have, or if you have specific or general question, please feel free to contact me. But in the meantime, if you want more details, you can check out my website as well, www.mahinapero.com. And but if you don't hesitate to get in touch, and no matter where you are today in the world, whether it is nighttime or daytime, I wish you a wonderful time, and I can't wait to speak to you next week. Bye everybody.